Hello, welcome to the C Programming Village. Today, we're going to explore the most essential part of C language, basic structure of C language. After this session, you will become much more familiar with C language, thinking, oh, so this is what C language is about. Let's step into the C Programming Village together. There are characters displayed on the screen. These are often referred to as text. But specifically, it is C source code, containing basic instructions. Text written according to the rules of the C language is called C source code. This source code becomes an executable program. When you compile it, the executable program is then ready to run on a computer. In C language, there is a preprocessing stage that scans the entire source code before compiling begins. In this step, the preprocessor goes through the code, line by line from the top, to get everything ready for the actual compiling. Now, let's take a look at what's inside the source code. Look at the top line of the screen. There is a line that reads sharp, include stdioh. On the next line, you will see the word main. Where the word main is located, there are parentheses and curly braces. Inside these curly braces, there are a few lines. At a high level, these sentences can be grouped into two sections, the header file declaration and the function. In particular, this function containing main is called the main function. When you compile the C source code, it becomes an executable program that runs on your computer. The main function is the very first part to execute. In other words, the line containing main is the starting point. So, what does the header file declaration do? If you look towards the middle of the source code, you will see printf. It is used to display text on the screen. The header file declaration is where we import and prepare the tools needed for this printf to work. The file containing those tools is stdioh. It is referred to as a header. The line sharp include stdioh means that you are importing the stdioh header file. For your reference, stdioh is known as the standard I/O header. Now, let's take a closer look at what the main function looks like. As mentioned earlier, you can see the word main. Next to main, there are parentheses. And below them, you will see a few lines enclosed in curly braces. The content from the opening brace to the closing brace is the essence of the function. This part is referred to as the function body. When the program runs, the code inside these curly braces, the function body, is what actually executes. You will notice a semicolon at the end of each line. A semicolon marks the end of a statement, indicating that one complete instruction has finished. In C programming, the semicolon acts like a period in a sentence. It is a predefined rule to signal that a statement is complete. For example, everything from the letter P to the semicolon constitutes a single statement. These statements come together to form the content of the function. However, please note that not every line in C ends with a semicolon. As you can see, it is not used after the main function header or lines with curly braces. We will see these exceptions together as we continue our studies. Don't worry, you will get used to it soon. When the function body runs, it starts from the first statement following the opening curly brace. That is, it executes one line at a time, moving from top to bottom. Additionally, the act of each statement performing its task in the source code is referred to as executing the statement. Now, let's see what happens when the main function runs. The statement containing printf displays hello, world, on the screen. Then, the statement with return brings the program to an end. Therefore, this source code is a C program designed to display hello, world, on your screen. Today, we explored the basic structure, which is the very core of C programming. In our next session, we will take the time to actually create and run the C source code we studied today.